Hello and welcome to Garage.tv. This is the Velar, a mid-size SUV from Range Rover that sits between the Range Rover Sports and the Evoque. When I first saw this car, I wasn't sure what's the idea behind it. The gap between the Sport and the Evoque isn't that big, but when you consider the prices and the equipment, this car does make sense. This car is perfect if you want to have a Range Rover, but you don't want to spend much. It's cheaper than the Sport and it's better equipped and bigger than the Evoque. The Velar we have today is the HSE, which is the highest grade. But before we dive into the design and the interior and the features, let's talk about the engines and the grades. The Velar comes with different engine options. You have 4-cylinder and you have V6. These options vary in terms of output, in terms of horsepower. The one we have today is a 3-liter supercharged V6 that produces 380 horsepower and 450 Newton meter torque. This engine can take the Velar from 0 to 100 km per hour in 5.7 seconds and to a top speed of 250 km per hour. And the Velar comes with an 8-speed transmission. As for the grades, the Velar comes in 4 grades, with the standard edition starting from 210,105 Emirati dirhams and 208,425 Saudi riyals. While the top range that we have today, the HSE, starts from 281,820 dirhams and 281,715 Saudi riyals. You can have the Velar with a dynamic pack, which increases the price of around 12,000 to 13,000 dirhams or riyals. It depends. Let's start with the exterior. I really like the design. I think the car is elegant and smooth, and I think it's very smooth because of these retractable door handles. They improve aerodynamic and they go inside, so they look really cool. They are not very practical if you are in a hurry, and to release them you have to push this little button or to use the remote control. The highest grade of the Velar comes with the matrix LED headlights as standard, and one of the things I like is that the day running LED lights remain on even when you use the signal. Most of cars the light will disappear for the signal, and here you don't. Moving to the interior. The cockpit is elegant, but it's not very spacious. I mean, especially in the back, you need to move things around to fit adults back there. But I like the design. I think it's really nice. It's elegant. I like the seats. I like this dashboard here. I like the material. I mean, this is a Range Rover after all, so it has to be luxurious and nice. You have a nice panoramic sunroof. You have cup holders and compartments for storage in different parts of the car. You have USB ports in front and in the back. The armrest here slides forward to better suit you, and the back seats have their own AC controls. Front seats come with their own AC unit, and they come with the massage feature with different positions and different speeds. You can fold the back seats separately, so you can have bigger objects while someone is sitting there, but because they don't fold flat, you are limited with the extra space that you can have. You can fold the rear seats from the boot, and speaking of the boot, I think the space is really good, and the great thing is that you can lower the car from here so that will make offloading and unloading easier, and the tailgate opens and closes electrically. My favorite part of the Velar is here around the console. I love the touch screens, I love the controls, I love the dashboard. It looks so futuristic. I really love it. The only problem with it is that it covers with the fingerprints over time, so you need to keep cleaning them. Otherwise, this is brilliant. I really love it. Now for the controls, I really love them. I love how they look. They are digital, so that's a new thing. I really like it. But it takes you a while until you understand each one and how they operate, because they are multifunctional. You have to choose the function from the screen to be able to use it. So let's say that you were on the vehicle menu here and you wanted to adjust the AC. You have to go and select AC, then these controls will change to control the AC. Now the only problem with this is that you have to take your eyes off the street and focus here. But other than that, I really love them, especially the ones here on the steering wheel. I really like it. You have 2 screens, each one is a 10-inch. I really like them. I really like the resolution and the functionality. The top screen here, you can control your media, you can see the camera, and you can see the navigation system. You have few settings, and you can even control the angle of this screen. I really love this one. It's really nice. It's very useful. Now, speaking of the camera, I really like the resolution. It's really nice. And the nice thing is that you can choose which direction you want the camera to show. So this is really important during off-roading. So you have different cameras around the car to see. On the lower screen, you can control your climate, your AC, you can choose between different driving modes, and you can control the seats so that you can have them air conditioned, and you can operate the massage from here. Now going back to the driving mode, this car has everything you need to go off-roading. You have multiple settings. You have for sand, you have for gravel, you have if you want to use the dynamic driving as well. This is all here. Now the V6 editions of this car come with the air suspension as standard. This of course is important for off-roading. I really like these buttons on the steering wheel. They're really nice, they look really nice. They can change depending on the menu you are on, and of course they allow you to control your dashboard, but I think they're futuristic and nice. As you can see, I really love the dashboard, the screens and the controls. They are by far my favorite bit of the Velar. They look nice resolution, nice functionality. As for the safety features, you have the lane departure warning system, you have the adaptive cruise control, you have the forward collision avoidance and warning system, and the car comes with a blind spot monitoring and prevention system. So the car will actively try to prevent you from switching lanes if it detects a car in the lane you are trying to go to. What I like about the Velar is the nice and elegant exterior. I love the cockpit. I think it's elegant and nice, and I think it's very well equipped. What I don't like is that it's not very spacious on the inside, and I think the rear view is a bit narrow, and I think it's a bit pricey. But all in all, this is a really cool car and I really like it. To enjoy this car to the max, switch to the dynamic driving mode and switch your gear to the S driving and enjoy. It's really great. And for more fun, use these paddle shifters here behind your steering wheel to enjoy the Velar.